We've got a good record against Georgia, haven't we? 1-8 out of 8. I think 7 of them have been competitive. So in terms of results, very good. But in terms of performances, which look, I couldn't give a damn about really. I'm all about results. But we always struggle a little bit. Why do we struggle against Georgia and teams like that?
Yeah, I just think it's the organisation of teams, international teams, hard to break down. Listen, you're a good coach when you do your coaching. You do your A, you do your B, you do your pro licence. Whatever you do, you get taught basics now that I don't think years ago they had. So I think with the likes of Macedonia and Georgia, they're all coming well organised, difficult to beat. I actually favour us sometimes when we play against them teams away from home because the pressure is off us a little bit, and we know it's difficult, but we can grind it out a little bit more, and you can almost get away with the performance if you win. So, and I felt that way as you're playing as well. But as I say, if we do win, then come Tuesday we've got to win again. Yeah,
we were missing a few key players, it's fair to say. Obviously the captain, Seamus Coleman, who's on a good road to recovery, we hear, which is great to hear. Jeff Hendrick, definitely being Martin's starting 11, I would say. And James McCarthy, will we miss them?
Yeah, not so much McCarthy, to be honest. I think he's flattered to deceive over the years, and if he is going to be playing in the next 3 or 4 years, he certainly needs to liven up in club form, so he won't be there, I think. But we'll miss Hendricks. I think he's energetic. I think he has a little bit of calmness about him on the ball. He's been excellent for Ireland over the last year or so, couple of years, so we'll miss him. But I think we've got Arthur, we've got others as well that are playing well at the moment, so I think Arthur and Whelan will play midfield with Brady, and then Ward will obviously play left back.
Yeah, I asked you for your starting 11 earlier, and it's probably very similar.
I'm curious to know what you disagreed with me.
Well, let me read out your starting 11. So you've got Randolph in goal.
Yep.
You're happy with that? So you don't see Martin changing that at all?
Sure. I
think we're in a good place at the moment with goalkeepers. All three of them, Elliott, Westwood, all playing regularly at club level. Obviously, 2 of them in the championship. I agree. I don't think Randolph. He clearly likes him since he's come in. And the other thing about Randolph, which I don't know what you think, there was a lot of people a little bit worried of why is he leaving West Ham. I think it was a great move for him to go and play regularly for a team like Middlesbrough, who we both know is a big club, rather than is he going to be playing? Is he going to be number 2? Is he going to be number 3? I think it was a good move.
Yeah, for sure. He needs to be playing games as a goalkeeper. He can be fresh coming in then, and obviously goalkeepers need their eye in, need games to be sharp, and for sure it's a good move for him. Middlesbrough is obviously a club that will be looking to get straight back up again, so he'll be on a bonus if they do, and he's on security. He's going to play, so as a goalkeeper that's obviously the best thing you can have.
Okay, your back 4, you've gone Cyrus Christie, Shane Duffy, Kieran Clark and Stephen Ward, our old teammate. So Cyrus Christie, I think it's nailed on, isn't it? And Wardy in terms of where centre halves. Now he's capable of a curveball here, isn't he?
Yeah, listen, Martin is definitely capable.
He must have played baseball in a previous life.
Poker,
he has
one
all
or the
off,
other, so
definitely played poker.
Yeah, for sure. Listen, Martin's teams are successful, but you can't pick them for sure, and that's the team I think Martin will pick. If that's even including
the players. So even the players during the week training, day before a game, they don't even know.
Yeah, listen, we know sometimes you'd like organisation, you'd like to be told, but also you feel the pressure sometimes if you know 2 days beforehand and you're worrying about playing and doing well. And listen, Martin has his ways of doing it for sure, and once they're winning, who's going to complain? What I would say is it's a big double header for us. I think 6 points would be great. It'd put us in a great position, and
would you
going
take
into
4?
the last couple of games would be great.
Would you take 4 points?
No, 6 points. I think if we can, I think we'll win on Saturday. I think the test will come on Tuesday night if we have enough about us to beat Serbia on the night. If we can, the old sayings, if we can put them under enough pressure early on in the game and get the crowd behind us and get an atmosphere in the Aviva, then for sure it'll be electric. So I think we win both games. It's come to the stage now where they've had a taste of European Championships. This is the World Cup. It's a different scale altogether again, and can we qualify? It'd be great.
So in midfield, I'm with you, by the way, back 4 and Randolph. Midfield, you've gone Whelan and Arthur holding the midfield, and then McGeady on the right, James McLean on the left, and Robbie Brady just in an advanced area behind Shane Long. Yeah,
McGeady's in top form at the moment. He's playing really well. Probably the best I've seen him play consistently for a long time.
I agree.
Since his Celtic days early on when he had no fear. Now he's playing well, playing maturely. He's doing the dirty side of it well. I've never seen before, if I'm honest with you, but that's what it is. McLean is obviously gets a buzz off playing for Ireland more so than his club massively, so he's one of the guaranteed starters at the moment. Arthur is a player that Martin likes.
You like him?
Yeah, I do. I think the left foot always looks pretty on the eye. He goes after the ball, tries to get on it. Sometimes it takes 7 or 8 caps for Ireland to really show your talent, and hopefully he'll start now becoming the player he can be as well. It takes a bit of time in international games to get used to and who you're playing with and your personnel in the team. So hopefully he'll come good, grab the game by the scruff of the neck on Saturday, get on the ball, and I'm not saying play backwards, but just be a bit more
sensible,
direct,
secure,
yeah. Play forward and go from there.
Yeah, I think I certainly think it'll be Whelan and Arthur. I'm not. You know what, Martin? He's just whether he goes for that system. I have a feeling he may even go back to Brady on the right and McLean on the left, like he did against Austria. Will he play Wes, who's literally the nation's favourite, isn't he? And look, I think we're both fans of Wes. And ironically, he's played Wes a lot more away from home. So you don't think he'll maybe go for Wes?
Yeah, Wes hasn't started that many games for Norwich either at the moment, so he needs a regular run of games. Well, Norwich haven't been doing that well either, so maybe they should put him in the team to ignite their season. But I would go what I went with. I would have Brady in behind. The big thing obviously is Waters. If he's fit, if he is, then he's a man mountain because ankle ligaments or anything that he's had with his ankle is a sore one. So, but he's tough. We both know Johnny is.
He's a huge player for us, isn't he? He's turned into, especially since we played with Robbie in his prime, and in the latter years, it's obviously he's dwindling down, and we're kind of looking for that player to replace him. But we replaced him in different ways, and we at times it's been Shane Long going through that purple patch. Then it's been Daryl Murphy, who's been brilliant. But Johnny Walters has kind of been a constant, hasn't he? Whether it's either been from the right hand side or a support striker or the out and out striker, and he's certainly if he's fit, he'd be guaranteed his 50th cap on Saturday. Yeah,
he does everything for the team. To be honest, he gets forward. He comes off the right. If he plays on the right, he joins up well with Shane. He then does the hard work. If he tracks back in, he looks knackered after 60 minutes, but he's still the fittest in 90 minutes. He's still running the hardest. He's still covering ground, and also he's then obviously effective going forward as well. I remember playing against him for the first time. He was as strong as an ox, and he hit me, and I literally was winded. I thought, okay, this is why you're playing wide right now. So I thought I was going to have an easy day left back, and I remember playing against him going, well, you're obviously not that in terms of ability. I didn't think he was that good, but obviously he proved me wrong, so which is great.
Yeah, and we both know as well he's a great lad. I don't know whether you've seen his piece. He wrote in the paper a few weeks ago, interview with Henry Winter, and it kind of took me back because it makes you realise that you haven't got a clue what's going on in people's lives, even though you're spending 10 days, 12 days, or certainly at the Euros, 5 weeks in the company of someone, but you don't know what's going on between their head, what's going on in their life. Really, really top quality fella, and I've certainly got the utmost time from. Listen, go back to the team. I think the only difference we've got is I'm saying Walters will be fit and he'll start ahead of Shane Long, and I have a feeling Robbie Brady might go on the right with, if he's been feeling adventurous, Martin, maybe Wes Houlihan, but I wouldn't rule out Myler or Hourahan, who I've been told to pronounce like that, even though I prefer Hourahan. So what do you think? Whose team's the best, mine or yours?
Well, Martin will obviously have the final choice, but I obviously will go for Shane Long because I know he's effective. But he hasn't played that many games, and I would say with Shane that he does need games to be on his game, if you know what I mean. He needs fitness, he needs sharpness. If you were going to bring Shane Long on for the last 15, 20 minutes and save him for Tuesday, then it wouldn't be a bad idea either, but you've got to be brave enough to leave out your best 11 in my eyes to play with. That is with Walters on the right and Shane through the middle. But you do take a gamble with Shane having played that many games with his sharpness and with his not so much his running ability, but definitely footballing work. He needs football in his legs to be at the top of his game.